All right. Welcome back to more FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the squad, the Wesley Chapel King himself. Corey, how are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you, sir?
I am doing great. I would say this on the team, you probably sell the most model homes out of the whole crew. And I don't know what it is that's like
Yeah.
attracts model homes to Corey or people that want model homes. And I would say this I would say, like, buying a model homes comes in all shapes and sizes. And sometimes it's some
Correct.
of our best deals, but talk to them today about buying a model home. This is actually a good story about how you help somebody buy a model home, but like walk them through that whole process.
That's exactly it. Buying a model home is completely different from buying one of the spec or inventory homes from the builder. And there's a different way we have to analyze the situation and a different way we're making offers on these homes. A client reached out to us recently looking to move to Florida quick and actually looking to find a home that was furnished. That was the ultimate objective. Leave everything behind, get a furnished home. So model homes are great opportunities because a lot of the furniture is pretty unused in those. You're talking about beds that aren't used, bunch of different things that we can get. But knowing how the model home process works is very important because each builder is a little bit different. And all the services I'm going to talk about today and using our strategy to get the best deal all came at a $0 charge to our client. So she's reaching out for our help. She's getting a great deal on the home, saving tens of thousands of dollars, didn't have to pay anything to us. So finding this model home was a little gem, but everyone's situation is different, right? So that's why it's important to call us so we can start game planning and personalizing that game plan for your specific situation. And right here, we found the absolute perfect one.
Question for you here, right? So I would think,
Yep.
I don't know if this is just a general thought. I would think that most people that want model homes are investors, so they can do some sort of lease back, and then when the community
Yep.
closes, then they can just sell. Um, but what about people like this? Like, what are some benefits to people that are not investors that are just looking to buy a home that's furnished, or maybe it's the end of the community? Like, what are some benefits to buying a model home versus just getting a spec?
Oh, that's a good question, Christian. So honestly, if every builder works differently with these model homes, right? Some will give you the lease back where they'll stay in it, they'll sell out of it for a few years. Other builders will sell it at the very end. So there's always opportunity at the end and the closeout of a community. We recently just saved someone almost
Yes.
$200,000 on the last home of a community. That's a whole nother home. That's
Yeah,
another
they
house,
saved
man.
a home on a home.
we, we saved a home on a home, but it's about knowing how the builders operate, knowing where we're able to leverage them to get the best deal possible. For a client that is looking to move into a model home, sometimes they like just the wall accents. Maybe it's the lot. A lot of times they put the model home on one of the best lots so that when you walk in, you get a nice, pretty water view
Hmm.
or whatever it is. Some builders want to, to sell off the furniture. Some of them just want to get rid of it. They don't want to take it to another home. So they're just like, hey, let's sell it within the deal. But that's where we really go through our cap strategy when we're going to offer on these homes. What does the price look like, first of all? Model homes are often sold a little bit higher than the same inventory home of the same floor plan in the community because it has accent walls, light fixtures. Sometimes they do backsplash, things that they don't offer in their regular product. So we have to know how to make sure we're getting the best deal out of those homes because a lot of times they are overpriced. And we got to kind of work with the builder to make sure that this home also appraises when you go to purchase it, right? We don't want to pay $50,000 more for the same floor plan that everyone else has, but they're only putting in a couple features that were a couple $100, like accent walls, right?
Right.
So we got to know how to leverage this deal with the builder to make sure that, hey, if you want us to buy this home, you want us to move quickly, how are we going to make our offer look best for our client? Something like you're seeing on the wall right now. We have vendors. We actually know some of the vendors that do the same accent wall. So you can see what you like in the model home. We can get you connected with them. Everything you're going to see in this video today is included in the home. So we got everything in the home: light fixtures, couches, TVs, speakers, a camera system that goes all the way around the exterior and cameras inside the home. So we were able to get tens and thousands of dollars of upgrades in this home and add-ons into the home that aren't offered for virtually nothing. We're talking about a small percentage of that price. So we really know how to go in and make sure that if we're working with these model homes, what's the situation for each different builder and how we're going to leverage that into the best offer for our client.
Okay, so cap strategy, something that we universally use as a team to make sure we extract the most out of the deal. And I know you applied that here. I mean, we talked off of the camera like what we got on the home.
Yeah.
It was absolutely nuts. But builders, do they sell model homes as is, like we see on the resale market, where they're like, hey, we're not going to give you the warranty. We're not going to give you all of this stuff that we typically sell because this home has been built for a few years? Or do you see builders that are like, hey, we're going to sell this like it's a new home, like you're going to get all of the good benefits of buying a new construction for buying our model? What are you seeing most of?
Another really good question. So it kind of goes both ways and it varies by builder. Some of the builders will say, hey, we're selling this model home as a resale. It's pretty much like going into the general market and finding another home that's not with a new construction builder. And they don't give you the warranties, they don't give you the same kind of closing costs. Some of the builders will give you the full warranty on the home. Some of them will give you just the remaining on what's left of a 10-year warranty. So if this
Yeah.
home was for 3 years, you might get 7, but we can always make that as part of our offer on how we're going to approach this getting into this home. What are going to be all of those terms within buying a model home? You can see in this one we were able to get the garage painted
I was going to
because this
ask
used to
you
be
this. I was going to ask you this. I know this builder does not do epoxy floors. Did they do it in the model,
yes,
or did your little crazy self get it added in the
we
offer? Like, talk to me.
we so here's the thing, most of the time you'll see the garage is the office for the model, the sales office. When you go in there at the end, they're going to have to convert it back to a regular sellable home with the driveway, with
Sure.
the electrical panel, everything installed in there. So as a sweet little bonus, we just get the floor painted for our client as part of our deal, and hey, we're good to go, right? We just want to make sure that that slab where they were laying everything else, if there are any hairline cracks, which happen often in a garage, a lot of times the builders come in and put the block right there before they start stacking it up right on that garage slab. So, know how we can fix that? We can get it painted. We can do it aftermarket, but hey, if we can get the builder to do it as part of closing the deal, the motivation at selling a model home at the end is high. They want to get rid of it quick. So, not only were we able to get everything in the home, the garage painted, the cameras outside, everything that we're seeing on the screen, we're able to kind of get the price down and work on those add-ons to the home. What else can they do to get this home, looking right for our client? The yard is going to be 3/4 the way fenced in. So we got another huge bonus with that, working on the side neighbors and the parking lot that's next to it. Another huge opportunity we see too, Christian, is that last home of the community usually is the parking lot
Yeah.
for the sales center.
Yeah.
So that's not really offered in a lot choice when you're seeing a site map, but we know at the end they're going to build something on there. So if we can figure out what that floor plan is, we can look into, hey, if you're not ready to buy today, but you want to buy in 6 months, maybe that parking lot is the floor plan
Yep.
that could work for you. So we can start targeting that early in your process to make sure that when it becomes available and they do break ground, we're going to be the first people in there to go offer on that home.
Very nice. Now, Corey has gotten some great deals on some model homes. I mean, we've even been on the buy side of an investor that purchased the model home and then sold to one of our clients there. So there's a lot of
Yes.
different moving avenues that you can take when it comes to buying a model home. My thing would be make sure you have representation on your side. You can text or email us with that number that's floating above. Now, talk to us about the pool thing. This is not a builder that builds pools, right? But our
Right.
strategy when helping our clients out, when we're locking in the quality of the home and we're doing transparent documentation and we're looking at the plot map, there's a lot of strategy that goes into making sure that they can get a pool and us not kind of overshooting our guns and saying, yeah, you can get a pool. This is what the size is. Like take them down all that.
Yeah, so we really do look into that plot plan to give you our best estimation if you can fit a pool into this backyard. Is there any utility easements on this plot plan? If you're not familiar with reading one of those surveys, that could maybe inhibit you from getting a pool, or maybe the pool the size that you want on this property. So what we do is we pull that plot plan from the builder and we get you with a pool company. And a lot of these builders will let you have that company on site just to walk around the backyard, just to do a quick survey, make sure that they're able to do it. So our client was able to get with the pool company. They came out, they did estimates, they gave her renderings. She actually worked with two different pool companies, one that we offered, one that she looked into herself and found that one was charging almost $40,000 more for, I would say, a lesser pool. So having the options, getting you with the right people to do this, a lot of times what we're getting, people that are calling saying, hey, I want a pool. A lot of these builders just don't offer it.
Yeah.
So our best option, and I think in our book, it's better to do it aftermarket because the builder has to mark up those prices. And look at the designs and the renderings that you're able to get fire pits in the pool and little bench seating areas with the umbrella. You're really able to design a pool, I would say, at a more cost effective price than doing it with the builder. And a lot of times they can do it within 3 months. So we can still get it done pretty quickly. But part of working with us is that we get you with those companies that are going to install your pool right after you close. We had a client in this same community earlier this month close, and within a few hours after closing, he had a backsplash in. He had cabinets in the laundry. He had the lanai closed in because we got him with the vendors to set up the work before he closed. So in this one, we got him with the right pool company that was able to provide a survey, provide an estimate. She's able to design it. And the day she closed, they got to work right away.
When you reach out to us, when you become our clients, you get our vendors as well. And I think that is, I mean, how many people want to do things after market
Every
when they
time
close on the home?
almost.
But, they have this vision. I'm going to do this to the home. I'm going to do that to the home. Once again, we have preferred sales reps and we also have preferred vendors as well. Let's like cut out all the BS that you don't have to go through so you can cut straight to the chase here. Gorgeous looking pool. Like, what else do you have about this story here for anybody?
So I was going to say, that's a great question too. It was
Man, I
someone that
have all
reached
the
out
good
to us.
questions today.
You really do, right? Someone reached out to us, didn't know if they could even purchase a home. Hey, I don't know if I'm in the right situation to buy a home. Am I able to obtain home ownership? So we were able to get her with the right builder, the right lender that got her approved to do it in a situation where she thought maybe I wasn't able to. And then check this out. Even before closing, we switched from the loan to cash. Now, what do we do with the incentives that we've already negotiated and we're under contract? We were able to work with the builder to turn that incentive of, hey, we're getting you a special interest rate and other fees we have to pay in the closing costs into a cash credit. So we were able to get the full maximum incentive now just off the price or towards closing fees, whatever worked for her best with what we already negotiated under contract. Something really hard to do because once you're under
Yes.
contract, these are your incentives. You are locked into it. Try asking them to switch something up. That's not the numbers, after you've already signed on the dotted line. So
Unless
working
you have
with
the
our
Wesley Chapel King with you, right? If you have somebody on more FLA
it's
Homes with you that they do a lot of business with, then we can be the hardball for them.
And then exactly. And part of our method is having the insider access to have the right sales reps of these communities where we know they can go to bat for us. They'll make it work to make sure that we get to the finish line and that our clients are happy. I think in a lot of other situations, this would have been an absolute no-go on
Yeah,
switching those incentives.
for
But
sure.
we've worked through a few builders where it's like we gotta we're gonna maybe put down more money, which could increase our incentive percentage that we're allowed to get. How can we obtain that in this
Yeah.
situation once you're under contract? You gotta have good representation on your team that knows how they operate, knows how to make these negotiations happen for you. Cause you can, like you said, it's just a piece of the recipe when you watch us, right? Just a little sprinkle of it, but you got to work with us to make sure that you're getting the best deal. You're saving the most time. We're saving you the most money.
Before you talk to the builder. I think I said that
Before
very clearly this time. No, I mean, we have a great group
before
of
you go,
buyers. We have a
yes.
great group of buyers and clients, VIP fam as well. But every now
Yes.
and then we get that person that'll reach out to us already under contract with the builder. There is nothing that we can do about that. Love you to death. Legally, we cannot do nothing about that. So before you talk to the builder, make sure you reach out to your
Reach out.
representation. You can text us up above. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this video,
$0.
text King to 863-225-0060. Text King, and we'll get you hooked up with Corey. Anything else before we
That's
hop off,
it.
Corey?
No, man, all the service that we were able to do, all the money we were able to save for our client, it didn't cost them anything to reach out to us. And we
Yeah.
were able to get them connected with the right people to find the right home, the right vendors, all the furniture, everything they wanted by just having a simple conversation and game planning for your specific situation. So it's important to reach out before you go to the builder.
A little extra cherry on top for the investors out there, right? If they're
Yeah,
not buying cash and they're looking for a lease back, I want to buy this home. You guys are going to still sell out of this model home for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, however long the community
perfect
lasts. You're going to
situation.
lease it back to me. You're going to pay my mortgage for me. Talk to us about the terms of that typically. I know they're all different, right? But like, what do you typically see? Like, how much does the builder pay in rent to the person that's going to be buying the model home?
So that's a negotiable number, but we kind of know what the limit is that the builder is willing to do. And of course, in our offers, we're going to reach for that max.
Yeah.
But in most situations, it is going to be a percentage that's high enough that you're getting a good return on this for 2 years. And we
Yeah.
have a couple, one of our investors right now owns one of the model homes that's in a lease back. And he's just happy that they're staying in it. He's like,
Yeah.
as long as they stay in, it's the best situation. The return's great. They're paying my HOA fees and my CDD fees. They're cleaning the home. They're maintaining it, lawn care, like it's all
The
taken
best
care of.
tenant you
And
can ever ask
the
for,
best
the
tenant you
builder.
could ever ask for. Really, it really is. So, and then in a couple years, you have an option. You can get another tenant in there, or we see a lot of people just sell it after
Mhm.
that year. They're still making a great return. So, it's a huge situation for our investors. We've been getting a lot of calls for them too. There's only a couple builders that are willing to offer the lease back situation, but we can at least find you good terms with one of the builders that you'll definitely get a good return on one of the homes.
You got any questions about that? Make sure you text King to our phone number that's floating above and in the description down below. If you made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.